If you did not get the chance to see part one of this video, go back and watch it. If you did not get to see part one, go back and watch it. You'll still be able to make sense of this video as it pertains to Project Naked Mind, but part one will certainly give you some background, and it's about 10, 11 minutes long. But so, Project Naked Mind, as you know, this book changed my life. Okay, by the time I joined the path, you meet people of many walks on their journey with relation to getting control of alcohol on the path. Many, okay? And I joined to not look back, okay? One thing that I learned from this, all right? Part one talks about that a little bit. What this naked mind helped me do was get curious about my relationship with alcohol. Instead of always blaming myself, I started to get curious. And then I collected what we call in our community our data points, right? The world would call that a relapse, okay? But we call them data points, and we work with data points. They're gold. That's how I got sober. See what I'm saying? Get curious. I'm not BSing you here. It's a gift and a miracle that I'm not dead or in jail from the relationship that I had with alcohol from the time I was 19 until 34. I kid you not. But that's for another day, okay? This helped me do that. So, 6 months sober, right? That's huge. I'm super excited about it. But what I want to do is, remember I told you I went 10 months? And at 6 months, I was already looking to look back. I already wanted to look back. This past 6 months, I did not want to look back. And once I sensed that there was truly no, I had been in all types of situations. I got in, it didn't get physical, but I got into a verbal altercation at work, which led to me going under investigation, which is still under investigation, ironically. But I was able to get some unemployment and focus on this, right? And the trauma part of Trauma Drinker, okay? We addressed the drinker with Project Naked Mind, all right? But, so at work, so now, boom, no job, okay? My cousin had a pool party, my aunt's birthday. We went out to Top Golf, and then we did stuff at the house. Alcohol did it just like it always has been, always will be, and will be when I'm gone. Okay, it's there from the baby shower to the funeral. I had no desire. Maybe on a half dozen times, 6 times, may have the urge. It was less than a minute. Are you kidding? I see you not dead yet. You still you okay, don't worry about it. You like a little fungus, you like a weed. You gotta get you all the way down there from the root. That's why I joined the path. And if you want to talk about that, I'm thinking about how I can be of value, because this month marked the 10-year anniversary of this Naked Mind. And there was a huge celebration this month. And you can join the path for, like, you can test it for little or nothing and even see if it's for you, right? If you're struggling with alcohol, it's worth it. And this is empowering, right? I don't have my Alive goal with me, right? But I love to pull up my AA coin, which, shout out to AA. That 10 months, I did it with AA. I went to a meeting every day for 90 days. I think 93 days. And on 3 of those 93 days, I went 3 times in a day. On about a dozen, I went 2 times in a day. Okay, nothing against it. I love the community. And in this book, Annie Grace actually shouts out Bill Winston. That's not Bill Winston. It's Bill Wilson, I believe, right? William Wilson, I believe, who started. It was like the co-founder of AA. She recognizes him for thinking differently in his era, just like her. Ta-da! 2025. Here's Annie Grace, man. Shout out Annie Grace. She could have stayed in her corporate job, but this was on her heart, like it is on mine. This is my way of paying it forward. And for Project Naked Mind, what I'm gonna do is just share my journey on the path. That's the easiest way I can put it. Let me ask you this, right? On the path, one of the things you get of many is 365 days of content. They may sound overwhelming, I know, but imagine dealing with this beast called alcohol on my back, and I can't get it off, right? Peanuts. But you have to be at that point where enough is enough. Like when I asked my uncle in 2017, man, there's so much alcohol and hookah and tobacco and everything and marijuana. Only thing you eat now is the fried chicken, Uncle. He said, sometimes you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And even though that was 8 years ago, right? 8 years later, mate, that's the key. That's the biggest key to this working for you or not. So there's so many naysayers. I know I'm rambling here, you all. There's a lot of naysayers, but if you're not at that point, or the alcohol has you just such in that dark, that I know that dark cloud just over you. You know you. Oh my gosh, go watch my YouTube videos. I have videos before I got serious about the channel, and I was attempting. I have videos of me trying, and it was just whoa. Don't want to go back there. Project Naked Mind is about me not looking back. On the path, I've met some of my coaches, right? If I could just drop one right now, the coach in my homeroom, because essentially you have a homeroom when you join the path, right? I'm June of 2025. That's when I joined. That's my month 1. So I'll be month 12 for me, right? Will be May of 2026. You get 2 homeroom teachers. One of my wonderful teachers is Coach Kai and Coach Kim. Well, Coach Kim is one of those people who looked back after 16 years, and it didn't take her very long to figure out, here we go. Welcome back aboard, Miss Coach Kim, right? Just like I learned right here, you know what I'm saying? And that's inspiration for me. That's inspiration for us not to look back. Don't let this thing rob you of, man, the cost of alcohol is infinite. I don't want to talk about that. You know, it's 2025. Who want to talk about what we could have bought Bitcoin at 2015? And we knew about it. It's one thing not to know about it. You knew about it. Some people around you was even, Anyway, you all, let me not, I'm already rambling. Let me not go down chasing rabbits. But Project Naked Mind is me showing that journey. We get 365 days of content. I've done maybe 12 days. And if you ask me to give you a clue about any of them, I take a little while to tell you. But I've been a part of the community. I tap into my classes. My coaches know me. They see Romeo Jones. They know Romeo's in class. You know, they might, you know. I love to participate just like in real life when I have a naked mind. And if I could help people with this journey, like turn my pain into some passion and maybe even profits, why not? That's way better than selling cars, selling something it's, you know, it's maybe just a commodity to you as opposed to something that could change someone's life. If 19-year-old me had 35-year-old me, and who knows, even older me, wow, any age of me, 33-year-old, 30-year-old me had 34-year-old me. And that'd be a gift. It'd be a blessing to be a blessing that, you know, those stripes that I earned the hard way, you know, I could pay it forward. So that's what this is going to be about. Welcome. And I'm doing this as I go, you all. This is literally raw and authentic, no editing. I'm done here. I hit upload to YouTube, and if I stay consistent over the course of a year, we'll see progress, right? So welcome to Trauma Drinker. Hands-on, first and foremost, is getting a hold of the drink, right? And we do that, I do that with Just Naked Mind. There's tons of books. I have tons of them in my room, maybe at least a dozen. Okay, and he's definitely at the top of this game, this industry. Alcohol Curiosity. It's really changing your mind. You know, it's October 2025. Her new book, you should pre-order it. Go on Amazon, check it out. It's called Live Naked AF, your first year alcohol free. And she says that it's even better, and I may have to agree with her. And it's an insurance plan to not look back. So look at that. 10 years ago, Annie was just starting this Naked Mind. 10 years later, I'm joining the movement, and I've got 10 years worth of her work on my hands. And just like everyone else in this Naked Mind, I'm bringing it to you right off my corner in YouTube, at least as far as this channel is concerned. And this is my baby right now, my only channel. When I got serious about life, we get that bottle out the way, now we can handle these traumas, right? And they'll always be here. I get that. That's why we're going to build the skills that we avoided to build, that we didn't have, whatever reason. But that bottle was covering it up. This is some, I actually don't know if it's actually kombucha in here, but it wasn't kombucha in my bottle. Vodka, cognac, whatever. So, much love, you all. Welcome to Trauma Drinker, and more specifically, Project Naked Mind, that aspect of the journey. So much love, Romeo Jones, and I'll catch you next time. Much love.